Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. This is episode 86 of the Interplanetary Voyage of Exploration. And in previous episode we did some Duna mission. Well, basically, we have successfully inserted our aeroponics module in the orbit around Duna. And now we are closing in on the Eve transfer to window, which means it is time that our Mike J. Kerman, our Eve hero, returns back. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, maybe I did when I was transferring Mike back from Gilly to Eve, that I had lots of problems with his vessel being docked to the Gilly orbital station. He was constantly, for some reason, being deleted. I don't know why, but I have anyway recreated him, and I have gotten him back into the orbit around Eve, and today is the day when he gets a chance to go back home to Kerbin. Now, I want to say this up front. Mike J had, I think, the maximum possible amount of failures that I have yet seen when playing with Dangit. I mean, if he doesn't level up at least two levels of experience, I will be deeply disappointed. Anyway, he is definitely among one of the more skilled, space handyman by now. So, yeah, okay, so now I'm a little bit fiddling in terms of getting him a good transfer back from Eve to Kerbin. And I really want to see if I can manage to get a good transfer window, or not a transfer window, but a transfer burn. So I'm now trying to fiddle a little bit radial, a little bit when to burn, etc., etc., hoping that I will secure a good encounter. And obviously, we are close, but still we have to figure out how will we set up. So now I'm just fiddling with the maneuver node, and in the end I got pretty close, so I figured might as well a little bit. It took some fiddling, so needless to say. But we managed to secure encounter in the end, I believe. Alright, come on. Yes, we managed to secure Kerbin encounter. Great. That being said, ooh, and a close one for that matter. Nice. Okay. Well, that should hopefully net us as well some science. So, just, accelerating time until the burn. And we should start burning, well, almost immediately, because our burn will be 5 minutes and 20 seconds. So, pointing and burning. Okay, Mike J, that's it. Moment of truth. Let's hope you are coming home. Making sure that I close down all of the sensors so we don't get the same issues that we were experiencing with REM-T, but hopefully we shouldn't, because we are much closer to the sun and the solar panels should provide enough electricity. So yes, okay, just burning to secure Mike's ejection out of Eve and hopefully safe return back to Kerbin. Okay. This is a little bit longish burn, but I am playing in, I think, 3 times acceleration or something, so it should be, I think, manageable from the viewer's perspective, and we have a beautiful view of Eve while we're doing so, yeah, might as well. Okay, let's just quickly check if we do have an encounter once we actually burn a little bit. Prograde. Oh, wrong way. Okay. Well, I think that's good enough. We do have an encounter, so I will delete the alarm and let us just make sure that we eject out of Eve. So, Mike J, say bye to Eve for the one last time. You're coming home, buddy. Okie dokie. And yeah, just being careful with my sphere of influence change. I don't want to mess up the Kerbin encounter that we already have. So let's see if we do have an encounter once we actually change sphere of influence, and it seems like we do. So I wrote Advanced Lander Eve at Kerbin. Beautiful. Coming back to Rem. As you know, Rem has successfully arrived in the orbit around Lathe, and now I'm trying to see if I can secure some, orbital fiddling and just see if we can get an encounter with something else. I don't know, maybe Val or something? Would be kinda cool to actually go and visit maybe Val. Or Bop or whatever. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I'm always mixing those moons up, but, you know, maybe it would be interesting that we kind of just have a nice visit. So let's see. Yeah, Tylo. Sorry, not Bob. Tylo. I believe Bob we've already visited with our probe, and Val we have already visited with our ScanSat probe. So, not being said that we won't come there, we will, but, you know. And we have a small failure in terms of reaction wheels down there on the main booster, but yeah. Once again extracting the solar panel and making sure to close down every single bit of equipment, because yeah, we do want to survive in the void of space, especially when talking around Jool system. Okay, we're back in the sunlight and our electric charge slowly starts to recharge. Leaving Lathe for the time being, and let's see if we manage to get some science. I must admit I didn't plan everything to a great degree when it comes to the Jool missions or the Rem's mission or Mike's mission, but I figured I'll just come and try to gather as much science as I can. Because we have to keep in mind that their time here is limited, because the transfers do take long time to and from Jool, so yeah, I mean, we have to take good care in terms of supplies. I did give Mike, J and Ram ample amount of supplies, so it shouldn't be a problem, but then again, you never know. Sometimes things can go wrong, and in that case, you could be, colonizing a planet, and then you need all the supplies that you can get. So, yeah, you never know. That's why I'm a little bit super careful when it comes to everything. And we are approaching on Tylo. I was thinking maybe even, landing on Tylo, but it's clear that I never actually took a thing or two to actually read which one has the highest gravity, and I think it's Tylo. So, yes, I think I won't be landing here, after all. I might be landing on some smaller moon, Bob, Pole, or whatever, but I don't think I would be landing on Tylo. I don't believe this ship has enough thrust to weight once landed to actually get off. Not 100% sure about that. So let's see. And from Tylo we do get a Val encounter. Well, that's nice. Ooh, sorry guys for my KSP going a little bit spasmic. I'm trying to shift focus. But anyway, yeah, we're just passing by Tylo. Or are we? Actually thinking we might even go for a closer approach because... yeah, no, we had a late encounter. Well, scratch that. I'm gonna go for super low periapsis because I want to get the near Tylo science as well. And once we actually get out of its sphere of influence, then we'll try and see how will we solve the equation in terms of the next planet to fly by. So yeah, it's a 599 meters per second burn, and we have more than enough. We have 4,600 delta V, so we don't need to worry about that. So yeah. Oh, and we spent all the fuel in the booster, so let us just use the rest of our nukes. And those have a little bit longer burn time, especially because they have lower thrust. So yeah, that I didn't take into account when setting up the burn. Well, it doesn't really matter, we're just on approach to Tylo anyway. So let us reduce our periapsis to something more, something closer. And seems like we will have some more encounters once we're done. Okay, 4.6 meters per second and 13,000 periapsis. I think that looks pretty good, don't you? So, let's have a Tylo flyby. Okay, stopping for some science. Alright. Now we have lots and lots of science, so once again it's time that I play whack-a-mole with my science alert. EVA report. Well, I try not to put too many EVA reports when I'm so close, but yeah, why the hell not? And the crew report and surface scan are usually dependent on... Whoa! Oh dear. This periapsis of 13.8 thousand seems awfully close for comfort, if I dare so myself. Okay, well, I don't know. Looks a little bit scary though anyway. And my electric charge is being expended, so I'm just keeping my experiments open for a short period of time, and we're rising back up again. Okay, well, that wasn't so bad, was it? For a second it got me worried because we were really going close, so yeah. And we have some more science to perform. I actually like the fact that we will be getting a nice healthy bounty of science on this trip. I don't know if we will land on any bodies here, but yeah, maybe. We'll see on how we will be doing with our fuel. Okay, we have certainly enough delta V to do something like that. Oh, and we can secure Val encounter. Well, actually I might be thinking on landing on Val. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So yeah, let's see. I'm crossing Val at steep angles, so I'm thinking if I will be braking around it, it will probably be brutal in terms of delta V, but it might be just worth a shot, so why not? Let's give it a try, shall we? Okay, and let's just be prepared to execute our burn. The good thing is when you're already in the Julian system, there's so many moons going around, you're practically bound to get an encounter, but then again you really want to actually visit the bodies where you haven't been before, so yeah. Okay, and we have a Val encounter. Great, so now just tweaking the periapsis a little bit. But I can actually do that once I leave Tylo's sphere of influence. Okay. Enjoying the beautiful dance of the Julian moons. And we are coming up close on Tylo. We do have materials, study and mystery goo to execute, but I don't want to actually execute them because I'm saving them for the Val science actually. So yeah. This craft is well equipped, so we'll see. Periapsis height is, let's see, 24/7. Should be fairly decent. Ooh, periapsis is 6.437. Well, I think that's enough, right? I don't know how close that is actually. It doesn't seem that much close, but oh well, we'll have to just see. 6.4 thousand. What's the highest mountain on the on Val? But anyway, I'm gonna burn retrograde because I do hope to actually make a orbital insertion around Val, but I'm also at the same time trying to raise my periapsis a little bit because now the angle at which I'm being displayed to compared to Val is actually very disconcerting. So yeah, I'm not doing the EVA report because obviously REMT is flying the ship, so I really cannot jump out while the ship is mid-burn. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, this is now very worrying. REMT, I'm sorry buddy, I might have just killed you, and I don't like the look of that mountain over there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's try and raise it a little bit. Ooh, 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 ooh. Whoa! Whew. Jesus. This was close. Well, for some of my commenters that thought that if you thought that previous flybys were close, I think this one breaks the record, guys, kind of. So I'll definitely at the apoapsis want to set up maneuver to raise my periapsis because I think this is too low. Okay, 2312 delta V. I don't actually know if that is enough, and we do have ScanSat information, which is nice. So I'm just curious to see how it looks like. So we do have some information about the landing, but I don't really think it's 694 or 1000 to stop. Then if we add on top the deceleration, because it's an airless body, and taking off, I don't think, guys, I would have enough delta V to get back. So if I land, I will probably be stranded here. So I would strand REM. I think this deceleration maneuver took too much of my delta V. So I'm actually gonna abort, and I am going to rather go back to Lathe, and I'm gonna first I'm gonna raise the periapsis, because if I forget that, REM is a dead man, or a dead Kerbal. So yeah, we don't want to forget that. So let's just raise the periapsis and make sure that REM is out of harm's way. Okay, 40 roughly, I think that should be fine. So let us see that we eject towards Lathe. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to abort the landing on Val because the deceleration took too much of our delta V, and I don't want to leave REM stranded on the... So let's go rather to Lathe. Let's see if we can refuel using the exploration ship, and maybe then we can come back to one of these moons, and or at least one of these moons, and land. So, okay, let's just see if we can set up an encounter between Lathe and... Oh, and we can. And it's 600 meters per second, so it's not too expensive at least. Cool. Yeah, sorry Rem. I thought really we're gonna land at... Ooh, my electric charge is once again running out. Oh man. Well, I'm closing now in on the burn, so Rem, you'll just have to live without electricity for maybe a few minutes. Sorry. Then again, my LVNs have alternators, so they would be recharging, basically. Okay. Okay, and we do have a lathe encounter, which is good. Or, no, sorry, we don't, we're just burning towards it, yeah, sorry. 100 meters per second, and now we have a lathe encounter. Okay, just tweaking it a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna set up here the maneuver. I want to make sure that I'm coming in the right direction, which I think is wrong, so I want to make sure that I'm orbiting in the same direction as the stations, so I'm just tweaking my maneuver a little bit. And I do want my periapsis not to be in the planet, thank you. I have almost killed Rem at Val, so I would prefer not to do it at Lathe. Okie dokie, come on, come on. Ah, there's Lathe. Okay, bye Val, and we might revisit you soon. I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll see. I'll have to do my homework in terms of reading on the gravity and how much actually we can actually do. But we have now been in the orbit around Val, so I can actually do maybe even a simulation to see if landing is doable on Val. Once again coming up on Lathe. I'm thinking Lathe, since it has oxygen and breathable atmosphere, we will for sure be trying to colonize. Duna would be the intermediary step, given the fact that it is kind of a little bit closer and easier to set up, but then we do want also some colony on Lathe as well. We're certainly almost at the technological level where we are capable of doing that, but I think it would be good that we first, on both Duna and Lathe, establish functioning space, not spaceports, but space stations, where we can actually, have as an intermediary steps. Okay, Lathe and 129. I'm just gonna see if I can set up the maneuver to come as close as possible to the Lathe orbital station, and it seems that we can get a close encounter. Why not? And do that for only 200 meters per second, which is kind of very, very nice. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it. And that's Lathe Comms orbital, meaning that's the one that has less fuel. But since it's gonna sit there and do nothing, we might as well actually take some fuel out of there. And then we'll probably need to dock with the other one as well, because the other one still has the basically parts from the boosters and stuff. But temporarily we'll park Rem at the Duna, at Comms 1 orbital. Enjoying the beautiful view of Lathe. with a nice Jool rise. 200 meters per second, and we shall start the burn in roughly 10 seconds. And burning. Okay, perfect. So let's see if we can fiddle to get that encounter even closer. And here we go. Intersect. Perfect. 492 meters per second, and we're kind of cutting it close with a gas, so I'm a little bit concerned whether or not I will have, even after refueling, enough gas to actually go to the other station. But then again, I mean, 1000 meters per second, it's still pretty significant. After all, we're just fiddling in the orbit around Lathe, we are not going anywhere else, so let's see. All right. Perfect. Coming up on our encounter. I'm just setting up my maneuver node because I do want to get an alarm fairly quickly when I can get there, and I am now starting to slowly line up the markers for the rendezvous because I want to secure as close encounter as possible. We've done this before, I mean, well, Rem hasn't done it, but Jeb has done it, so I'm pretty sure he did some knowledge transfer over the long range wireless, I guess. So, yeah. We are reducing target relative velocity. We're 10 kilometers out. We don't want to... I mean, the LVNs are pretty low thrust to weight. I mean... So we cannot change our speed momentarily. So that's something to keep in mind as we are closing in on the station. So Lathe comms orbital 1, sure. 5 kilometers and target speed around 44. Range slowly decreasing, which is nice. Let's bring up the docking align indicator and .9 kilometers out. And this is a simple game of patience and basically getting as close as possible. We will be entering physics range soon, and I think we are. Yep, we are. And we all immediately got prompted for the dock port. And we have Lathe slowly creeping in from the east, or... So, okay, 700 meters. Okay, it's coming closer than I expected, but it's only 8.6 meters per second, which we can stop at any time, so... Yeah, I still want to reduce the relative velocity when we come close. Okay, reduced it now to 2, but still coming at it, and I think I'll do the rest with RCS. 340, coming in, made a screenshot as well. 280, 270. Nice approach actually, I'm pretty happy with it. We have thankfully plenty of RCS and some experience. And I think it would be actually a good time that we actually maybe fold our solar panels. Well, this is clearly future me talking to the past me, I guess. Let us just position ourselves. Something along those lines. Okay, perfect alignment. And it's only now to fix the relative velocity. And when we come closer, we won't need any more the solar panels, because thankfully the late COMS orbital has a nuclear reactor. So yeah, we will be able to replenish our electric charge anyway. 20 meters, 10, almost 15 meters, and going in for the docking. Perfect. Good alignment. 0.2 meters per second, and docked. Perfect! Congratulations, Ram buddy! You are now at Lade Orbital Station. So, time to pump you some fuel. Well, looks better for sure. Not by much though, but still better. So I was thinking of sending some science, but I don't honestly know. I've been trying, and some science you do send, but some science you actually only lose a decent percentage of. So I've been first transmitting back the data to Kerbin, but I've started to think maybe it is a mistake. I don't know. I'm just monitoring the amount that I don't want to be losing science, that's for sure. But we actually do need some science to unlock some more tech nodes, I guess, so yeah. Okay. Some Tylo science, keep. Okay, I think we have transferred enough science, so let us go into research. We have 1294 science, and we do want to definitely unlock a little bit further down. Well, we do need larger engine clusters for sure. Larger tanks. Let's see what we can actually unlock. Superior colonization that we already have. Off-world storage, carbonite, very large. Gas storage tanks. I think we will actually need those. Yeah, let's research that. I mean, so anyway guys, this is it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.